Scene script. Imagine this. You're 7 hours into an 8-hour 3D print and disaster strikes. A Y-axis shift occurs just 5 millimeters from the top, ruining your print. Now let's break that down. In the world of 3D printing, Y-axis shifts can be the bane of your existence. Picture it. You've invested time, filament, and anticipation into a print. Maybe it's a detailed lithophane you've been eager to see come to life. But just when you're on the cusp of success, your print is marred by an unexpected shift along the Y-axis, essentially the front-to-back movement of your printer's hot end. This shift, even if just a few millimeters, can throw off the entire alignment of your print, leading to a less than perfect result, or worse, a ruined project. So what causes this Y-axis shift? The culprit, surprisingly, can be as simple as a change in temperature. Yes, you heard it right. A fluctuation in temperature can cause the materials in your printer to expand or contract, leading to these frustrating shifts. This is especially true in environments where central heating or cooling systems kick in. The sudden rush of warm or cool air can create just enough of a temperature change to offset the delicate balance of your 3D printer. Imagine the frustration of having your print ruined by something as mundane as your heater or air conditioner coming on. It seems almost comical, doesn't it? But for those of us who've experienced it, it's a very real and very frustrating problem. But there's good news. There's a way to protect your 3D printer and your projects from these pesky temperature shifts. The solution is as ingenious as it is simple. Enclosing your 3D printer. By creating a controlled environment for your printer, you can shield it from drafts and sudden temperature changes, giving you more consistent results and less Y-axis drama. Defeated by a draft, you might think? Well, fear not, for there is a solution: enclosing your 3D printer. Enclosing your 3D printer might sound complex, but it's actually quite simple. The benefits of this process can make a world of difference to your printing outcomes. Think about it: maintaining a constant temperature around your printer, reducing the effects of drafts, and ultimately, improving the quality of your prints. It's like creating a personal haven for your 3D printer to work its magic. The materials you need to achieve this are straightforward and can be found at your local hardware store. We're talking about items like 1/2 inch thick foam board, a razor saw or a sharp utility knife, and some hook and loop strips. It's a bit of DIY and a bit of 3D printing, all mixed together for the sole purpose of getting you those perfect prints. So, are you ready to give your 3D printer the home it deserves? Ready to get started? Let's dive into the process. Building an enclosure for your 3D printer involves careful planning and precise execution. The process begins with selecting the right materials. One popular choice is a 1/2 inch thick foam board, which is readily available at most hardware stores. It's lightweight and offers good insulation, although it can be a bit fragile and messy to work with, especially if you're cutting it on a windy day. The foam board usually comes in 4 by 8 foot sheets, so you'll need to cut it down to size. This is where precision comes in. A hot wire, a razor saw, or a very sharp utility knife can be used for this purpose. Always remember to take safety precautions when handling these tools. Once you have your foam board cut to the right dimensions, you can start assembling the enclosure. You'll need to print some brackets and large fender washers to hold the foam board to the aluminum printer frame. The top and side pieces of the enclosure are held together with hook and loop strips. This design allows the sides to move, enabling the hot end of the printer to reach the ends of the X-axis. While assembling the enclosure, it's crucial to measure and plan carefully to avoid obstructing the printer's essential parts. You wouldn't want to block your LCD screen or control knob. Also, remember that the wiring, the extruder, the hot end, and the bed need to move freely. It's a good idea to keep the foam from touching the heated bed. Another critical factor to consider when building your enclosure is ventilation. Ensure that you don't block the fan or airflow from your power supply. Poor ventilation can lead to overheating, which could damage your printer or even start a fire. The benefits of enclosing your 3D printer are numerous. It keeps the printer at a constant temperature and protects it from drafts, which can significantly improve the quality of your prints. It's especially beneficial when working with materials like ABS, which are prone to warping. If you're using a resin printer, an enclosure can also help contain the odor. The carbon filters on these printers don't capture all of the smell, but an enclosure can make a big difference. In summary, building an enclosure for your 3D printer is a project that requires careful planning and precise execution, but the benefits are well worth the effort. From improving the quality of your prints to protecting your printer from drafts and containing odors, an enclosure can significantly enhance your 3D printing experience. With careful measurement and planning, you can build an effective enclosure that allows your printer to function optimally. Once you've successfully enclosed your printer, it's time to see the results. And what results they are! With the new setup, you'll notice impressive improvements in print quality, particularly with challenging projects such as lithophanies. The once elusive and frustratingly fragile lithophanies will now be a breeze to print, coming out perfect every time. The enclosure keeps the temperature constant throughout the print, eliminating those pesky y-axis shifts. It's a game changer, believe me. But the benefits of enclosing your 3D printer don't stop at lithophanies. The stable, controlled environment it provides opens up a whole new world of printing possibilities. For instance, who here has ever wanted to work with ABS filament but been deterred by its tendency to warp? I know I have. Well, with an enclosed printer, that's no longer an issue. The consistent temperature within the enclosure prevents the dreaded warping, allowing you to explore the full potential of ABS and other similar filaments. Now, we all know that working with certain filaments like ABS can produce fumes that aren't exactly pleasant. In fact, they can be downright harmful if not properly managed. That's where the enclosure really shines. With the addition of a fan and some dryer ducting, it's possible to vent those fumes outside, making your printing experience safer and more comfortable. But, as with everything, there are considerations to keep in mind. Be sure not to block your LCD screen or control knob. Make sure all wiring, the extruder, hot end, and bed can move freely. And don't let your foam touch the heated bed. Also, be mindful not to block the fan or airflow from your power supply. A little measuring and planning will go a long way in ensuring you're happy with the result. With your printer now enclosed, the world of 3D printing just got a whole lot bigger, so go ahead, print those lithophanies, try out that ABS filament, and discover just how much more you can achieve with your enclosed 3D printer. So, enclosing your 3D printer isn't just a solution to the y-axis shift problem, it's a game changer. It takes your 3D printing game to a whole new level, allowing you to create perfect lithophanies and work with filaments that are prone to warping like ABS. It's more than just a protective shell. It's a tool that gives you greater control over the printing environment, leading to improved results. We've explored the issue of the y-axis shift and how temperature changes can wreak havoc on a long print. We've looked at how a simple yet effective enclosure made from half-inch thick foam board can alleviate this problem, keeping your 3D printer at a stable temperature and safe from drafts. The construction process for this enclosure isn't overly complicated. It involves a bit of cutting, some printed brackets, and large fender washers to attach it to the aluminum printer frame. We've also discussed the practical considerations to keep in mind, like ensuring the LCD screen, control knob, and power supply fan aren't obstructed, and that the printer's components can move freely. But there's always room for improvement, right? In the future, the design could be enhanced by placing the enclosure on the outside of the printer frame. This would prevent any reduction in the Y and Z axis print area, making your printer even more versatile. And speaking of the future, we've got exciting plans ahead. We'll be creating another video where we'll share the dimensions for an improved enclosure for the Ender 3. We'll continue to experiment, innovate, and share our findings because that's what this 3D printing community is all about. So, whether you're a seasoned 3D printing enthusiast or a beginner just starting out, enclosing your 3D printer could be the key to unlocking even greater potential in your prints. Remember, measure carefully, plan thoroughly, and you'll be rewarded with stunning 3D prints. Thank you for joining us on this 3D printing journey.